Hello everyone, this is Dr. Suganya working as an Associate Professor in Department of Computer Science with Cyber Security at Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. So in this video, we are going to see about the topic block cipher principles in the course Applied Cryptography. Come, let's go inside the video. So block cipher cryptography means a block cipher. It is a method of encrypting the data where the plain text actually it was divided into different blocks in the form of a fixed sizes, and each block will be encrypted independently using keys. That key is called as a secret key. A block cipher is a method where we take the plain text and divide it into a fixed size block. For example, 64-bit or 128-bit blocks can be divided into fixed size block. Each block is then encrypted using the same secret key, and after the encryption we get the ciphertext blocks of the same size. And some these are common examples of this block size in cryptography is the DES, AES, blowfish, and so basically the data is processed block by block. So the next slide is about the core principles. So the core principles of block ciphers, it makes the relationship between the keys and the ciphertext or ciphertext blocks. First is confusion means making the relationships between the key and ciphertext very complex. So even if an attacker sees the output, they cannot guess them easily or guess the key easily. So this is achieved using the substitution techniques like S boxes. For example, even the same AES and DES can be used for the substitutions. So next is the diffusion. So in the same core principles, next is the diffusion. That is, the diffusion spreads the effect of one small change across the entire data. So if we change even one bit in the input, many bits in the output will be changed. So this makes it very hard for the attackers to analyze the pattern. So this is done using the permutation and mixing of operations. So next is the substitution and permutation networks. So substitution and permutations, this is a structure used in many block ciphers. It has three blocks like substitution, which mainly used to change the values. Permutation is a second block, like it rearranges the bits, and finally the third one is the multiple rounds, which is used for repeating these cycles many times. So this combination gives strong security. For example, AES, which uses the SPN structure. The next slide is about the Feistel network. Like Feistel, it is one of the important structure in the cryptography. Here the data block is divided into two halves. Then it goes through multiple rounds of processing. So the advantage is that the same structure is used for encryption and decryption, both the process, and only the one key is used to order, or it is used to reverse the process. So for this process, we can Feistel network that we can apply the DES algorithm or the blowfish algorithm. So next we are going to see about how many rounds we can use the same key for how many rounds. So here the encryption is not done in one step. It happens in a multiple rounds, actually, we know. So each round uses a different key, which is called as a sub key. So these sub keys are generated from the main key, and the more rounds means the stronger security, and also slightly it takes the more processing time. So after this we have to see about the key scheduler. So that is actually we have the scheduling of key is very important process for generating the round keys from the main key. A good key schedule ensures two aspects, that is it should not be a simple pattern between the keys and no strong resistance to attacks. So this step is very important for all the security. And finally we are going for the avalanche effect, that one bit changes everything. As I already told you, that this means if we change just one bit in the input key or the output key, input key, actually the process changes completely. This makes the encryptions very strong, and it is not actually predictable also. It is really unpredictable. So we should be very much aware about this avalanche effect. So next one is the modes of operations. So finally, since the block ciphers works only on the fixed size blocks, we need modes of operation not to handle the large data. Some of the common nodes or modes are ECB, that is, it is very simple but it is not secure actually. CBC, it is more secure but it links the blocks together. So when we speak about the CFB and OFB, it is both are used together. It is used for streaming of data. And CTR, it is very effective and widely used one, and these modes decide how blocks are processed in a real world applications. As I conclude that the block ciphers are fundamental part of the cryptography, and these it uses the techniques like confusion, diffusion and multiple rounds in order to ensure the strong security. So thank you so much. Hope this video is useful for you.